if we see the foot, so you can see the foot from dorsum, from ventral side, from lateral side, from medial side. So let us see how to draw it. So first from the dorsal side. So from the dorsal side, this is the body of the talus. The neck of the talus and the head of the talus. Here you have a articular surface which is comma shaped, and on the lateral side you have an articular surface which is triangular. The body is wider anteriorly as compared to posteriorly. Now if the axis of the talus is this, then the axis of the calcaneum is at 16 degrees to it. So under it you will have the sustentaculum tali and you will have the calcaneum, which is directed at 16 degrees to the talus. So the axis of the calcaneum is this, and the axis of the talus is this. The angle between the two is about 16 degrees adduction. Then you have the navicular, the cuboid, the three cuneiforms, the metatarsals, and the phalanges, two of them here, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, and 1, 2 and 3. Now on this, you have coming from in front the Himalayas are not dry places, right? So you have the insertion of tibialis anterior on the cuneiform here. So this is tibialis anterior. Then you have the extensor hallucis longus tendon. Then you have the posterior tibial artery, the anterior tibial artery, and you have the nerve, anterior tibial nerve. Then you have the tendons of extensor digitorum, which are held by the tendons of extensor digitorum brevis, which arises from the anterior tuberosity of the calcaneum here. This is the anterior tuberosity of the calcaneum, and these tendons would, muscle would start like this, and the four tendons would go and attach to these tendons, so that now the direction of the pull becomes parallel to the axis of the foot. So this is the extensor digitorum brevis and extensor digitorum longus, and finally you have the peroneus tertius. The peroneus tertius tumor. So basically all the structure on the dorsal side of foot are, the Himalayas are not dry places, right?
Medial to lateral.
Medial to lateral. You have the attachment of the ankle capsule here. You have the deltoid ligament, which comes from the medial malleolus of the tibia. So supposing this is the medial malleolus of the tibia, here you have the medial malleolus of the tibia. So you have the deltoid ligament, which has got a superficial part. The superficial part is tibio-navicular, tibio-calcaneal, and posterior tibiotalar. Anterior tibiotalar part is the fourth part, which arises from the medial malleolus and goes to the anterior part of the talus. So you have the tibio-navicular, tibio-calcaneal, posterior tibiotalar, and you have finally anterior tibiotalar, and this all forms the deltoid ligament. Alright. Then you have from the posterior side, from the lateral side, this is the lateral malleolus, the fibula. On the lateral side, you have a ligament which goes up to the cuboid, known as the lateral collateral ligament, a ligament at its tip, and a ligament which goes up to the calcaneum. And finally, there is a ligament which goes to the posterior tubercle of the talus, to the posterior tubercle of the talus. Now, the thing about this is that the posterior tubercle of talus is actually divided into two tubercles. Okay? So here is the attachment of the talofibular ligament, and here is the attachment of the posterior part of deltoid ligament, tibiotalar. In between, you have the tendon of flexor hallucis. So this is extremely important, because what happens is when there is a fracture of the neck of talus, these ligaments make the body go into complete plantar flexion. Therefore, the neck of talus can be reduced only in complete plantar flexion. And this is just because of this talofibular ligament. Okay. The second thing is, in plantar flexion inversion, there is injury to this anterolateral part of the collateral ligament, which is the commonest ligament injured, and this is called as ankle sprain. This is commonly called as ankle sprain. Okay. So you understood then from the malleolus, supposing we are looking at the superior anterior view, supposing this is the tibia, and this is the fibula, and this is the talus, and this is the calcaneum. Then the ligament between the calcaneum and the talus in the sinus tarsi is the interosseous talocalcaneal ligament. Here you have the deltoid ligament, and here you have a retinaculum. The part of deep fascia passes from the medial malleus to the calcaneum. So the space between this is called as porta pedis, or gateway to the foot. Through the gateway to the foot passes the formula, the doctors are not here. That means you have the tibialis posterior tendon, then you have the flexor digitorum longus, alright. Then you have the posterior tibial artery, which is accompanied by its two veni conjuventis. You use these veni conjuventis to recognize the artery under tourniquet in medial soft tissue release, because this gives the what is called as the rail track effect. Then you have the nerve. The peculiarity of the nerve is that this nerve pierces it gives branches which are posterior calcaneal branches, which pierces this part of the flexor retinaculum, the inferior part of the flexor retinaculum, and supplies the skin of the heel, which is a very important skin, because there is a lot of ulcers can develop here. So you always divide the flexor retinaculum here, not here. Otherwise you may damage the posterior calcaneal branches. And then finally you have the flexor hallucis longus tendon. And this flexor hallucis longus tendon is recognized because till last you have the insertion of muscle. The tendon is not pure tendon. So you have the doctors are not here in this porta pedis. Then you have above this the skin and the subcutaneous tissue. The skin and the subcutaneous tissue, and this is very less vascular. Therefore, when you correct CTV, you don't plaster an overcorrection, so that you don't produce tension on this. Otherwise, there will be gaping. So, alright, and similarly on this side, on the lateral side, on the calcaneum, the blood supply is an end artery. It's a very precarious blood supply. So you tend to give an incision which is called as lateral extensile approach on the leg and the foot, and you take it straight away deep down right up to the periosteum of the calcaneum, so that you can raise the full fasciocutaneous flap and you do not compromise on the blood supply of the flaps. Alright. So this is the foot from the dorsal side. Okay. Sustentaculum tali and the calcaneum. Alright. And here you will see the tuberosity. From here you will see the cuboid. Here you will see the navicular, like this. From in between the sustentaculum tali and the navicular, you will see the head of the talus. And this head of the talus will be supported by a ligament which runs between the sustentaculum tali and the navicular and supports the head. This ligament is called as the swing ligament. Okay. Then you have the three cuneiforms, and then you have the metatarsal.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah. Right.
Morning. So these are the, this is the diagram that you must learn to draw. Okay. Anything that is attached, the soul consists of 4 layers. Okay. It consists of 4 layers. The first, the second, the third, and the fourth. The first layer consists of 3 muscles. The second layer consists of 2 tendons, 2 muscles. The third layer again consists of 3 muscles. And the fourth layer again consists of 2 tendons and 2 muscles. Okay? The 3 muscles in the first layer are flexor digitorum brevis between abductor hallucis on this side and abductor digiti minimi on this side. So on this side you have the abductor digiti minimi, all arise from the ठीक है. तो ये this is the direction of abductor hallucis, this is the direction of abductor digiti minimi, and in between you have the flexor digitorum brevis, and it is covered by plantar aponeurosis. So these are the 4 structures that are attached to the medial calcaneal tuberosity. These are attached to the medial calcaneal tuberosity, and these are the 4 structures that are divided in Stindler's operation. Right? Okay? And they are divided extra periosteally, not subperiosteally, otherwise there will be calcification. Okay? The extra periosteal division of the first layer of sole, including the plantar aponeurosis, is the operation which is called as Stindler's operation. Okay? Then you have 2 tendons and 2 muscles. The 2 tendons are flexor hallucis longus and flexor digitorum longus. The 2 muscles are, one muscle, see, the hallucis longus goes here, the hallucis longus will go here, okay, and digitorum will go here, okay. So one muscle will arise from digitorum longus, that muscle will be lumbrical, and one muscle will get attached to this tendon, that will be flexor digitorum accessorius. So the 2 muscles are, one muscle arises, that is lumbrical, and the other gets attached, flexor digitorum accessorius. The third, these 3 muscles are, see here it was a flexor between 2 abductors, but here there is an adductor hallucis between flexor digiti minimi brevis and flexor hallucis brevis. Okay? So there is an adductor between 2 flexors. And then there are again 2 tendons and 2 muscles. The 2 tendons are tibialis posterior, attached here, navicular head, all tarsals except the talus, tibialis posterior, and the second is peroneus longus. Okay, and the 2 muscles are palmar and dorsal introsseous. 2 tendons are peroneus longus and tibialis posterior, and 2 muscles are palmar introsseae and dorsal introsseae. Palmar introsseae being adductors, dorsal introsseae being abductors. So these are the 4 layers of soul. All right, this is it.